Hello, my shining stars. It is Ali Star, and I have a really important announcement. Yes, what I put in the title will have to do with what I'm going to be revolving around and what I'm going to be talking about. So please watch until the very end because this is something really important to me and it will give you a chance for something else. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on. So I would like to announce that I am creating my own gacha series. It is something I've been slowly working on, making piece and bits of it, and throughout the video I'm gonna show you, well, not show, well, tell you on what it's gonna be about, what's the point across, and how it's gonna work out if you want to be a part of this project of mine. So this is the background information about the show. Okay, so it's about a girl who thought she had enough when her mom sadly died in a car crash and she had to move all the way to wherever her dad lived. It's not confirmed on where this is going to take place, if it's going to be a made-up place or somewhere that's actually, I don't know. But anyway, she thought she had it enough, but when she gets there, she finds out that there are so-called heroes, at least to her, are there. Having the childhood memories kind of lost and hidden away, she doesn't really buy into this hero stuff. But she doesn't realize how much of a stronger connection she has with these heroes than she knows, as just moving here was going to be the biggest move of her life, considering what will happen in the aftermath of it. Now let's get on with our characters, and let's start off in order. So Amy is a somewhat cautious person and is really careful with everything and likes to think before she moves. Although that's due to the fact that she doesn't trust a lot of people, she learns to grow out of her shell and learns to open up to people that she can trust, even though she doesn't trust a lot of people. More information about these characters will be at the end of the video for something else, but for now I feel like that's all you might need to know about her. I'm sorry if I'm being a bit vague about their information and such, but that's the point. Now it's time to move on to Liko and Mason. So they're the first to introduce. I don't remember what the meme or the trend is called, but I feel like you'll know. Anyway, I'm in the back. She is currently being made. Anyway, so let's start off with Liko since we're on her. So Liko is a somewhat more confident person. She's outgoing and a bit wild, like I mentioned in the video on how to make that short I made. So she's going to be a mix between a werewolf and a wolf walker. I'm not entirely sure, because I'm not exactly confirmed about the idea, but it's just going to be a mix between the two. If you know the movie Wolf Walker, it is amazing, and the art style is just... Anyway, so she's going to be a mix between that. Although I'm mostly going to keep everyone's lore a secret until later on, she's just a really big asset to the team, and despite the fact that she might be a little bit underestimated. Now let's move on to Mason. So Mason is a somewhat shy and timid boy and is a bit more curious. He overthinks a lot, but he is willing to open up for his friends and can help anytime he can. So he is actually a mermaid, and later on in the video in the background, I had trouble figuring out what to do with his design. It was just kind of hard to do for me. So, being a mermaid, it's a little bit underestimated because they're more known as beauty and grace or whatever. But he's also somewhat more of a supporter, but he wants to help in any way he can, despite that he might seem underestimated and the fact that he probably doesn't fight. He doesn't like fights. It just makes him uncomfortable. Now let's move on to Penelope. She is more of a girl boss, a CEO kind of girl. She doesn't take orders from nobody. She's one of those people. So Penelope is the vampire, and I know you guys are probably wondering about her design, and I have to explain more into that because people are probably going to be confused. or just might explain it like sometime in the show, but I'm going to do it now. So the reason why Penelope has that type of design, even though vampires know that if they're in the sunlight, they're going to disintegrate, but if I remember correctly from My Story Animated, that really popular trend where like it's like I forgot how it went, but it was like the vampire one, and I vaguely remember this one part where the guy who is a vampire had an amethyst ring that protects him from the sunlight, and she's gonna have like a necklace that is made of amethyst to protect her in the daylight and when she's in her human form or somewhat. Although Penelope is a vampire and the risk she's taking, she is willing to do anything for the team, and she is really tough. And when it comes to giving up, she is not the type of person to give up that easily. She will fight until the very end. Now it's time to talk about the last two. Let's go on with Issa a bit. So Issa is actually the witch. And at the time of this recording, I didn't realize like witches are just people with with magic. But then I remember Wicked. I just watched it like a couple of months ago. It was really good. And then I remember that they die of water. So I'm just counting that as a species because no human can die of water. Like, well, technically they can, but like if even getting like a splash of water onto them, they'll just melt or like something like that. I'm getting sidetracked. So Issa is like a somewhat calm person and likes to soak things in. Like she doesn't really take she wants to know everything. Although that may sound hard to curious, she wants to know what's going on fully before jumping into action. And that's like how she is as a hero. And with like her powers of a witch she has that could be really useful because she's gonna have a spell book. Like who has a spell book? Like that's amazing. She can do so many like different types of spells. Although she likes to keep her own magic limited, and that will unfortunately make her a somewhat underrated person or something. She's kind of like she likes to blend in with the crowd and doesn't want to stand out because like she's a little bit shy, but not too shy. She's willing to make new friends and trying to keep the peace, but won't get involved with the action. And now, last but not least, the leader of the team of superheroes, Lucas. I realized that I didn't put their hero name, and that kind of sucks. But I'll put it in at the end of the video. Anyway, so Lucas is the leader of the group, and he is an elf. He is somewhat more serious about things and doesn't really like to joke around, but he's willing to listen and stay quiet and keep to himself if needed. He's not the one who is okay, you can take a break for 5 minutes. No, he gets the job done no matter what. So I that's kind of a short description. I was gonna move on to something else, but yeah, that's it. Although we have many more characters in the show, I'm not going to explain all of them because they're just mostly side characters. But yeah, overall, these are going to be the main characters, and Amy is going to be the main character. I think I forgot to mention that. She's going to be voiced by me. I'm sorry if that seems a little bit egotistical, but I feel like that would just save enough, and what I put into her lore is just stuff that I feel like that I can connect with her. And now we're getting on to the really important stuff for VAs, aka voice actors and editors and such. I don't know if there's more than needed. Anyway. So yes, like I said, I am looking for voice actors, and the characters I have mentioned in this video will actually be needing voice actors. And I'm gonna go through some basic stuff of if you want to audition for this or if something else. So I'm gonna put my Discord link in the description so you can send the video for your audition. So what I want you guys to try to do is like I want you to like the main like screen, the scene of the video you're gonna send in the Discord. Is like the voice actor the character you wanna try to be a voice actor for. You're gonna like want to try to overlay the lines. I'll give you what you need for the voice acting as if you want to be an editor, which honestly I don't know if I will get a lot of people there. I'm not sure if people are willing to edit it, but I'm also like I need people for the thumbnail. If that's like what I currently think that people are looking for, or something like that. But yeah, so my Discord server is in the link, and if you don't have Discord but you still want to try out for like anything like editing or voice acting, if you have a channel, I highly suggest that you want to like try to make a video on it, and please comment if you don't have Discord but you have a channel and you want to be a part of my project. I suggest you comment on this video so I can find your channel and to see what like who you want to audition for. Although I'll have more characters throughout the series. If you don't get the character you want, that's okay, because I have many more characters in store for the future, and I hope this project becomes really big. This is something I'm really passionate about, and even though if it doesn't become big, I'll still be happy of what I've done before. I'll be really proud of the work I've done with the help of all of you. That's my big announcement. And once after I'm done like with the auditions and I'm gonna post like the very first episode or the pilot or something, I'll give you some like tad bit more information. But for now, I am done talking. I will give you like the descriptions and like what I need for the characters and what lines that will most likely be in and episodes and such. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see some people that are willing to be a voice actor or something more.